Hello, welcome. This is Austin from Tclassified.com. Today I'm going to be teaching us a programming language known as HTML. HTML is simply a programming language that you can use to create websites. You know what websites are, like our school websites, company websites, like Yahoo, Google, any website that when you go online that you see. HTML is one of the languages, most basic of all those languages that you can use in creating websites. So if you want to be a website designer, you need to know how to use this language known as HTML. HTML is not just the only language that you can use. There are many other languages, but HTML is the most basic of all those languages. So if you want to be a very good programmer, you must have to start with learning HTML, because that's the basic. Then from there you can learn many other languages. So what's the meaning of this HTML? HTML simply means hypertext markup language. So this is the meaning of HTML. Hypertext markup language. And HTML, like I told you, is the most basic of all languages that you can use in developing websites. Why? Because web browsers understand HTML very well. Web browsers, what are web browsers? Web browsers are software like your Internet Explorer. You know, when you're checking on websites, you normally use your Internet Explorer or your Mozilla Firefox. So Internet Explorer or Mozilla Firefox, they understand this language very well. That's why it's easier for you to use it to write codes for websites. So I'm going to be teaching you how to write codes in this HTML so that you can be a very good web designer. So the simplest of the codes that you can write with this HTML, I started with this tag known as HTML tag. This is the opening HTML tag and this is the closing HTML tag. Then in between you can just have the head tag, inside which you have the title tag. So title, let's say, let me use my name as the title of the web page, Austine. Then you have the closing title tag and the closing head tag. Then inside here you have the body. And inside here you can now write, this is my first website. So this is a simple HTML code. You can see from here to here. And in every HTML code, we must start with the tag. Any word written in closing in such mark as this is known as tag. So every HTML code starts with opening HTML tag. Opening means that you don't have this slash. The one with the slash is the closing. So this opening HTML class, closing HTML tag. This is the body where you have what is contained in the website, like this is my first website. And here you have the head and the title of your HTML. Take note, everything that you open, you have to close it with a slash. So this is a simple HTML code, which when you go to my first lecture on HTML 001 on my website, you can see where I wrote this first code in a notepad so that you can practice with it. So like I told us before, HTML is the most basic of all programming languages. If you want to be a programmer, you want to develop phone applications like your Android phone applications, I want to start developing websites, you need to know how to use HTML very well. And HTML simply stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is the the language that web browsers understand. Web browsers are stuff like your Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox that you use whenever you want to launch to internet. So you need to know how to write HTML very well for you to be a very good web designer. And this is a simple HTML code. It normally starts with HTML tag, closes with it, the head tag, inside which you have the title tag, and the body tag, inside which you have the content of your website. So this in short form HTML. In subsequent lectures I'm going to go deeper into this, then I'll show you how it works. Like I said before, if you get to my lectures on the YouTube HTML001, you see where I practice this using a notepad and I run it so that you can see the actual showing of this very code on the web browser. Thank you, till the next class.